yoga practice. This is a practice through Heart Yoga by Karuna Erickson's book. And we are practicing this and coming from a little place called Playa Potrero in Costa Rica. And this practice is so we can raise a little bit of money for dogs of Costa Rica. So anything you want to donate will go directly to the dog rescue of Costa Rica. Let's begin in a nice tall seat, taking time to set our intention for our practice today. Again, coming from that beginner's mind. So noticing what opens up to you, and maybe waiting for that intention to emerge. I'm going to take 3 breaths here before we begin our yoga practice. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. In this practice, we will take time to really feel each movement. Will come from a place, as Karuna will say, begin in a sacred way. Find a place where you can have peace. And we begin this sacred moment by coming into this present moment. So noticing as you go on this journey with the beginner's mind, that this is a journey on your own inner space, this place to find inner love. And it's also this time that we embrace sending out this love for all beings. And we begin this by the Buddhist prayer. Let us live joyfully. Let us live joyfully from a community of love in a world full of hatred. Let us live without any kind of hatred. Let us live joyfully. So we will begin by the tall seat, and then taking a moment to twist one way and then the other way. Leading with your heart. Nice tall spine. Come back to center. We're going to make our way over onto our mat, onto our hands and knees. We will begin with some sun salutations. In your downward dog, pressing your hands down into the earth. Heels reach down towards the earth. Let the head hang heavy. Begin to walk forward and come into a halfway lift. And forward fold. Let the head dangle towards the earth. And then slowly rising up, hands meet above the head. Bring them down to the heart. Rise our hands up towards the sky. Fold forward. Take a moment to breathe here. Hands then come to your halfway lift. You're going to come down, plant the hands down to the earth, coming into plank, lower down into classic chaturanga, heart and chin come down, and then into cobra. Coming back to your knees. As you exhale up to your downward facing dog, walk out the feet. These sun salutations It speaks of this in Karuna's book. It invites the sun of your heart to shine with awakened love, tenderness, and gratitude. Meet me back into forward fold, halfway lift, and rising that heart up to shine towards the sky. Hands come back down to the heart. Taking a moment of breath, offering your heart in tender love to all beings, rising up, bowing forward again, halfway lift, forward fold, plant those hands, classic chaturanga, lower knees and heart, chin down to the earth, scooping forward into baby cobra, tuck the toes, come back to hands and knees, exhale, downward facing dog, walking out those feet, planting the hands, fingers are nice and wide. And take this moment to listen to the whispers of your heart. Step forward, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, hands come to heart. Taking a moment at that heart to let yourself breathe, root the feet down to the earth, soften knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to rise up. Hands meet at the top and bring them back to the heart. These sun salutations awaken the radiance of the heart center. We exhale, forward fold. Bring our feet back again and then back to our child's pose. We practice this devotion of offering our heart to love of all beings. This practice is an opportunity to hear the whispers of your heart as you rest here a little bit longer in child's pose. Bring the hands together in prayer and over top of the head so the prayer hands will reach towards the sky. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Feel a little bit of weight into the elbows. Bring the hands back down. Rise up. Come to one hip and into seated. Lengthen your legs out in front of you. Place your elbows to the floor and bring your spine down to the earth. Put a folded blanket, or like I did, a folded yoga mat rolled up, and elevate it underneath your shoulder blades. Lengthen your arms out to the sides, feeling your heart energy flow up through your upward turned palms. Release the back down to the earth, feeling this beautiful opening. Bending your knees, bring your feet rooting down through the feet, and begin to do some pelvic rocks. Feel your sacrum, the sacred bone, align itself. Now slowly roll to one side and remove the support beneath you, and then allow yourself to come back, laying down onto your mat. And we're going to come into our next pose. And this is back release. You will cross your shins, let your knees fall out to the sides, and then place your hands behind you with arms crossed. Breathe into your heart. And with each breath, see how it feels to allow the back of the heart to rest upon this earth. As we rest here, we contemplate this beautiful quote by Rumi, The very center of your heart is where your life begins, the most beautiful place on earth. Now bring your soles of your feet to the earth just for a moment, and we'll switch sides, so crossing opposite arm on top and crisscrossing the legs opposite as well. Again, breathing here. The Sufi says the spiritual awakening may be experienced like a kiss on the back of the heart. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth and roll to your right side. Just rest here briefly, pressing down through the palm. Make your way over into your belly into sphinx pose. Your elbows will be underneath your shoulders. Your shoulders curl up from the floor and your spine is slightly curled. Press the palms down into the earth and the collarbones widen. You can slowly release down and touch your forehead down to your mat. And to release the back, you can do some reversed windshield wipers. We will make our way up again, pressing down the palms beside the heart. Lift up towards the sky. Press down through the earth and experience the strength of your legs. The flow that happens from your pelvis to the arches of your feet as you lift up your chest and then release back down to the earth. You inhale as you rise up. Feel the collarbones widening. And feel this spiritual awakening. We will then stack our hands, place forehead on the hand, windshield release wipers again. Now press your way back and come to your knees. And we'll come into hero pose. So if you need to place a block underneath your sit bones, you can do so. We're going to bring in some heart breaths by raising the hands up towards the sky and then exhaling to our chest. Inhale your arms up towards the sky and exhale towards your heart center. Inhale, arms widen, up towards the sky, palms meet. Exhale, back down to your heart center. Inhale wide, up to the sky. Exhale to your heart center. Let's do 2 more rounds here with your own breath. Inhale as you rise up, exhaling to your heart. And just stay with this soft inhale and exhale. Karuna says, breathing into your heart center. Listen to the message from your heart. After a few breaths, rest your hands on your thighs, feeling your legs, your sitting bones, and feet melting into the earth. Now take a moment to come up. We're going to come into our deepest pose of back bending, which is camel. Bring your hands to your heart in the self-care mudra, right hand over top of left. And you will begin to curl your tailbone slightly forward and elongate your spine. Your belly will lift towards your heart center and your collarbones rise, being spread wide. You can come down now. Just take a moment to sit here. Place your hands on your knees or come into a child's pose, rounding the spine. Take a moment to breathe into the back of the lungs here. We will rise up and take this movement again. We come up, bring our hands to our heart. Lift your heart and feel the heart expanding. The collarbones expand. And you can gently try to reach back. You curl the toes so you can open the arches of the feet. And then bring back the other hand, reaching and remembering not to have any tension in the spine. Lift the arms up both towards the sky, shine the heart. Bring the hands down to your heart center. Bring your hips back towards the heels. Lengthen your arms out in front of you. Take this moment to rest as I read a poem by Rumi. Each moment from all sides rushes to us the call to love. We are running to contemplate its vast green fields. Do you want to come with us? This is not the time to stay home, but to go out and give yourself to the garden. The dawn of joy has arisen, and this is the moment of union, of vision. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly rise up. Come on to your belly, and we'll roll onto our back. Making your way there, bring your knees into your chest, lengthen out the legs towards the sky. And you can even just let the legs feel like seaweed, soften the knees and let the legs come apart. Hands are on either side. Bring the knees back into the chest. And we're going to drop the knees slowly over to your right. Lengthen out the arms, the palms face up towards the sky. The palms can be like the sun, and the fingers are radiating up towards the sky like sun rays. Shoulders rest on the mat, and you're turning your chin towards the opposite way to complete your twist. Bring knees back into center, and let them roll and soften down to the other side. Again, arms can come wide, completing your twist by turning that chin opposite way of the knees. Feel this beautiful twisting and rotation. Knees come back into the chest. To prepare for Shavasana, let's draw one knee in and then the next knee in before we lengthen out fully for our Shavasana for love of all beings. Spread your back body down onto the floor, letting yourself sink back. If you have an eye pillow, place this over your eyes. Feel the heaviness of your legs and let them relax to the floor. Let them melt back. Consciously feeling this heaviness through your legs, your hips, your thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet. As your legs soften, your belly begins to release, and your heart sun opens and shines. Notice now how easily and gently your body absorbs your inhale, like a soft rain falling upon moist earth. Your exhales float up like mist rising. Soften your back, sinking into yourself. Let go now of anything you've been holding, letting thoughts float away like clouds, leaving no trace. Release now all illusion of separateness so that you are able to open into the vast spaciousness of love for all beings. From that spaciousness, pray that the infinite love with which you are becoming one heals and brings peace to all beings. From this consciousness of love, gently bring the awareness to your breath around your heart. Breathe softly into this tender space around your heart, your breath of compassion. Let your breath hold your heart lovingly the way you would hold a baby, and rest here as long as you like. From this vast spaciousness of Shavasana, gradually let your breath begin to awaken you. Notice now how the body is so relaxed and receptive. The breath flows easily. When you feel ready to move, slowly rolling to your right side, and rest here for a few more heartbeats. Experience the sweetness of simply resting on the earth, fully supported and held. Slowly support yourself up to a sitting position, sitting with the awareness of the glowing light that you carry within. Sit so your heart sun can freely radiate that sacred life and love out to all beings everywhere. You can simply sit now quietly for a while and savor this embodiment of the light of love. Sitting in a posture that expresses your wonder, gratitude, and compassion. You bring in your hands into prayer, the Namaste position at your heart center. We bow our head to dedicate this practice to all beings everywhere. We end our practice with the metta of may all beings be safe from inner and outer harm. May all beings be peaceful and happy. May all beings be healthy and strong. May all beings care for themselves joyfully. May all beings love themselves completely. This is the metta prayer of loving kindness. We rise up to seated and bring your hands back to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching Awaken the Heart. I hope you enjoy this week 1 of practice and look forward to seeing you next week. Namaste.